Hey everybody, I wanted to make a new quick video, and the question this time is, can GPT4-Vision pass a driving exam? Why do I have this question? Well, every time I give a presentation, I like to ask the audience the question, what safety case would you like to see for a self-driving car? When do you trust that a self-driving car is safe to go on the road? And people answer with all kind of proposals, but one proposal which is often there is make the car perform a driving exam. And that's an interesting proposal because this is what we do with humans. As a human, you are assessed by driving around for an hour, and you have a theory part, where during the theory part in the Netherlands, you have to answer three types of questions nowadays. Some knowledge questions, 12 questions, you have to get 10 or more correct. Some insight questions with 28 questions, and you have to have 25 of them correct. And honestly, these questions are not interesting nowadays because with GPT-4 or ChatGPT, I feel we could answer those insight knowledge questions very easily because it's simply repeating things you have seen a lot of times. But there's also this kind of weird part called danger recognition. And here you get 25 questions and you have to get 13 correct, which seems low if it's 25 questions. But the reason is that these questions are a bit weird, in my opinion. And the central organ who makes these questions also seems to acknowledge that they are often a bit dubious what's the right answer. To get to the right answer, you often have to have a lot of knowledge on how the world works and how people tend to behave in traffic. And there are a couple of patterns you should recognize. But I'll just go through some example questions. So for example, here, the question is, you're driving 50 kilometers an hour. What do? Should you either do nothing, just keep on driving like you do, release the gas, or brake? And in this case, it's actually, I think, there could be multiple correct answers depending on what you see the truck do. If it's driving backwards, I would do something different than if I would see this truck coming out of here with hurtling at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. Same, for example, for this example question, you see some cyclists cycling. I'm driving 30 kilometers an hour. Well, there are some cyclists in the Netherlands who can easily reach 30, especially if these people are on e-bikes, then you don't need to do anything. However, if I would have seen them swirl around on the road before I entered in the situation, I would brake immediately. I guess personally I would release the gas in this case. Here, though, the answer in my opinion is quite clear. I see a ball, I see a kid, the ball is going over the street. Children can be very unpredictable, so I would brake. And I think that's probably also the thing they want. Anyways, now that GPT or OpenAI has released GPT-4-Vision, I was wondering, how well is GPT-4 at recognizing danger on the road? In this case, how good is it at filling in these questions? So I made a simple prompt. I just explained to it what it's doing, and I asked it to give the benefits of each of the answers. And then it is describing things like, oh, well, you're driving 30 kilometers an hour. There's a person left of the road. There's a pink ball rolling on the street. And this means that there's a child and perhaps it could run after the ball. And in this case, it says, well, let's release the gas. So yeah, you can feed all these situations to GPT-4 and especially the vision model. And in this case, it seems to be pretty consistent in that it wants to release the gas. What I did is I took an example exam with the danger recognition questions, and I fed all of them to this tool, which I just showed you. So in this case, there were about 13 questions where you had to brake, 3 questions where you had to release the gas, and then, 8 questions or so where you had to do nothing. That was at least the ground truth according to the exam. And here you can see the results which GPT4-Vision has. And you can see that it got 14 out of the 13 correct needed to pass this driving exam. So I guess we can conclude that GPT4-Vision can currently pass a driving exam, or at least the danger recognition part of the theory exam. So what do you think of this? What do you make of this? Have you played around with GPT4-Vision and does it impress you? Does it not impress you? Please let me know in the comments. And yeah, maybe see if you want to like or subscribe. Let me know what you think of videos like this, where I have like small projects and show them off. Just leave me a comment or just tell me. Anyways, thank you very much for listening and have a very nice day.